No one back home will ever believe this.
Ah, my good fella. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
You're full up. Dismiss someone first. Well chosen. Indolence breeds madness. Eager for battle.
Let's get going.
We're a long way from Waterdeep.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Lost in thought.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Quite ready for you.
Can't give up now.
traps. How considerate.
Seek and you shall find me.
A better position.
No choice but to keep going. Another step forward. Still breathing, despite everything.
They won't know what bit them. Step quick.
Victory awaits.
from here.
Victory awaits.
To the shadows. Quickly.
Onward. What now? Still on my feet.
Pawn to cleric 4.
Can't even catch my breath. Light on my feet.
Tell me, Lae'zel, when you say we might be purified at your creche, what does that mean exactly?
Augusta will affix the Zaithisk, the Purifier, to our heads.
Its magic will quell the parasite in an instant.
are my friend. I have drunk. Not alcohol, of course. A bear. He took a little of my blood. I took all of his. You think I'd kill you just like that? Darling, I would never. I still need you. Anyway, the bear will sustain me, and it's a marked improvement over the rats and flies Cazador would feed me. It was exactly as appetizing as you'd think. Still, that was the past. I'll never have to grovel for him again. Well, look at us. We've never been more powerful. And being able to walk in the sunlight opens a lot of doors for me. Maybe some coffins, too. No. These tadpoles are a gift I intend to use to the fullest. You should do the same.
Keep a blade close. At the ready. All right. What now?
Speak.
Well met.
What? I don't have to explain myself to you. Very well. Perhaps there's potential in you. Let's see how you handle this. I am indeed a disciple of Shah. Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her? My Lady Shah is the Night Singer, the patron of darkness and loss. Most fear the dark, like children, because in darkness they see their fears reflected. But Shah teaches us to step beyond fear, beyond loss. In darkness, we do not hide. We act. Pain, hope, the promise of better days. All of these are heavy cloaks that bend our backs and burden our hearts. We shed those cloaks. Before Shah, we stand gloriously naked, beyond the vanities of mortals. There's comfort, yes. But often there has to be pain beforehand. We tear down the lies the world is drunk on. The institutions they trust, the so-called gods they worship, the lives they cling to. We destroy false idols, topple corrupt organizations, fight heretics wherever they're found. There's often suffering, death even. Many people break before they embrace Shah's truths. Curious. Most are afraid of my lady. Perhaps you'll turn out to be a worthy companion after all. Fine. What's on your mind? I suppose some would commend our actions. Goblins would have razed that whole place to nothing if it weren't for us. No excuse to rest on our laurels, though. We've still got our own problems to contend with. You're not the kind of company I'd... And I haven't forgotten that you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. Perhaps I'll be able to return the favor at some point. A bit crowded, don't you think? You'll need to swap out. Lead the way, then.
Well met.
Sorry, but there's no room for me.
I like...
promised I'd be back. Don't worry. I have things under control. For now. You haven't been using the parasite's power. You think you don't need it. But things haven't gone as you expected. You hoped a druid as powerful as Holsin might be able to remove your tadpole. But he couldn't. You're desperate to be rid of it. Understandable. But you're looking for solutions in the wrong places. It's complicated, but I'm an adventurer. Just like you. Just like you, I was infected with a Mind Flayer parasite. Just like you, I seek to be free of it. But to do that, we'll need to think beyond local healers. Your parasite is unusual. It is wrapped in magic that prevents its removal. Until the source of the tadpole's magic is destroyed, any attempt to remove it will kill you. You were lucky that Holsin knew this. His instincts are right. The parasites were merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun. From transforming to a Mind Flayer? Yes. But that is not the only thing these parasites can do. They are vessels for control. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god. That is how the cult of the Absolute is spreading. The highest of their rank, the true souls, carry a tadpole just like yours. It is how they receive their orders. It is what makes them obey. When the order to transform is given, it will not be a matter of days. They will be Mind Flayers in an instant. Were it not for my protection, so would you. Because we share a common cause and a common enemy. We are alike. You and I. I've been trying to escape from this evil for a long time. Once, I almost succeeded. Now, through you, I've been given a new chance. You can go where I cannot, and I can protect you from that evil. If we work together, we may turn this around. Hells. They need me. I have to go. The power I used to protect you, I stole it from someone. They want it back. I will hold them off for as long as I can, but sooner or later I will be worn down. You must discover the source of the magic that controls the parasites before that happens. The cultists are gathering at Moonrise Towers. Use the powers your parasite gives you to convince them you are one of them. And when you find the source of their magic, destroy it. Go. Our freedom depends on it.
Killed a few giant bats in my day, Astarion, but never hunted a vampire.
Just to remind you, I'm merely a spawn. It won't count. But if you want a true vampire, I'm happy to recommend one. Keep your distance, darling. Just like old times. With finesse.
On my way.
With haste.
battle favors the fearless. Finding my way.
On the way.
Time to get going.
Astarion, how is the rat diet going?
It may soon come to an end if you don't shut your mouth.
Whatever killed those gnolls might be nearby. Careful.
The pride of the gate.
Out there.
Nothing we need to worry about.
How about a dragon? Would that worry you?
I'd give it a bloody good fight, that's...
No one's stopped me yet.
Who's there? Please, keep your distance. You're welcome to shelter here, but we've grave injuries to tend to. A toll house, once upon a time. Now a house of respite for those of us burned by a devil. We are paladins of Tyr, Lord of Justice. He sent us after an infernal being, straight out of the Nine Hells, hiding in the form of a one-horned tiefling.
One horn? Then you mean Karlach, Archdevil's bootlicker.
You know her, which means you know what the Fiend is capable of. She slaughtered countless refugees fleeing the Absolute. Yesterday, she butchered an entire family without mercy. We were lucky to survive our encounter with her. She ran toward the river when she saw we were merely wounded, not dead. Down the hill from here. She must pay for her crimes. If you capture her, you will have served Tyr where we could not. This is the sword of justice, blessed by Tyr. I've wielded it since I swore my oath. It's all I have, but it's yours if you stop her. Bring me her head, and Tyr will consider her crimes repaid. May the just God guide you.
If you want to go poking around in the cellar, Be my guest. Plug your nose first, though. Corpse, half rotted to mush. Must have been down there a 10-day or more. It was a toll house. By the time we arrived, it was more like a slaughterhouse. There's more monsters than coin moving down this road. There's a locked door down the hatch. Doesn't look like anyone's managed to get. If there's any gold left, that's where it'll be.
Time for its killer to have moved on.
I'm feeling a bit parched and peckish.
Me too. Keep an eye out for any passing vagrants.
I'm afraid you'll have to content yourself with vagrant chickens.
Sharp as ever.
That's curious.
Goblins are such vile little parasites.
Given your own nature, are you really the one to judge?
Looking ahead. Defender of the people.
One horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you. Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but I...
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood. The Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She's a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Near it, anyway.
You served her! That's enough to damn you! You don't know what you're saying! You're asking me to trust a devil!
Listen to sense now. I don't want this to end badly for either of us. You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlak, but you already knew that. And you are... Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. Turns out, I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going. Dirty work's the only kind I like. But there are a lot of them and just the one of me. I'll take point and you flank them. Then we can work on evicting this parasite and take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good? Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. No room in your party. What should I do?
All right. I know a shortcut.
Now we're talking. hang on. Those paladins I need to stomp are that away.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Hey, we're still going after those paladins, right? Can't leave Zariel's bruisers roaming the coast. Not really. I'd rather send Zariel a message to leave me the fuck alone. Good news.
You brought her here. We won't survive another assault. Leave us in peace, and we shall leave you in kind.
Cut the crap, Anders. I know what you are.
Don't let her hurt us. Please. We just want to go home.
There's something in the squint of his eye. You suspect he's lying.
Enough. Enough. I'll not play pretend anymore. Karlak, you're going home in pieces if needs must. And you'll soon learn what it means to ally yourself with the likes of this garbage.
Avernus was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now. And I'm never going back! Now this is my happy place.
Onward.
Another fight. Let's go.
Covered.
Survival is all that matters. Sometimes the only way out is through.
Tactical.
Blood comes easy these days.
Over here.
Bye forever, pal. Got it.
Nothing will stand in my way. Don't waste a step.
This way.
Smell blood. Aye, aye.
Time to push my luck again. You picked the
On my way. You sleep them.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Fuck them. Fuck Thariel. I won't go back. I'm never going back. And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash. Zariel's gotta stop fucking with me, you know? I'm done with it. I'm done with her. I'm free! I'm free!
I'm afraid I must heal.
Enough sitting around. Let's go hurt someone.
Just right, Zariel! Come on! That ought to do it.
Never a dull moment.
Whew. Had to let off a little steam after facing off with those ignots. Granted, the fire's lasting a little longer than it should. How do I look? Careful, soldier. If I burn any hotter, I might explode. Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close, till I've found a way to calm it down. High pain tolerance, and a dynamic duo of truly shitty bosses. But it's a bit early in the game to be getting into tragic backstories. Let's save the Scar show for later, after we've worked up an appetite for tragedy. Meanwhile, I'll need to find someone who can tune up my engine sooner rather than later. Believe me when I say this thing is hot. The first time I faced down those paladins, they let slip there was an infernal mechanic in the area. A tiefling. He might be able to stabilize things, if I can find him. Sounds like a good lead. Hopefully our guy will be among them. A tune-up would do this old tub a world of good.
Bodies everywhere. Accidental sabotage.
That might be worth a look.
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly. I can say only this. Karlach's not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to their throats. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance. You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
What's on your mind? Would that I could. But your entourage is full. You'll need to make room for me. Back in the thick of... I applaud your taste.
What to do?
How can I help?
What do you get up to all day without us, hmm?
once.
Have a lot on my mind and, well, in it.
I am enjoying our walks together. Aren't you, gang?
Sure. In silence. My condition is worsening again. I need to consume some powerful magic or it may become volatile. Thank you. It is a strange experience. Each time anew. Like her. Somehow the second artifact hasn't had the effect of the first. It's somewhat relieved the discomfort, but I fear my hunger hasn't quite... Ever the pragmatist in chief, aren't you? The magic isn't having the effect it should have. It's not like the last time, like a rainstorm that quells a forest fire. It merely drizzles. The embers still sizzle, the fire remains undefeated. I'm not certain what's going on, but nothing good. Please, I need to think. I need to retrace my steps to a glade of calm and think. Thank you for the artifact.
A scout just reported. The goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet. And I hear you are the one to thank. I'm grateful. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it. It's not enough, but it's all we have.
Halsin will likely want to thank you too, mind. He returned just a while ago. I believe he's catching up with Korga. As for us...
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
We made it somehow. Now we just need to get to Baldur's Gate.
Elturel didn't want us. And those druids sure as hell didn't either. But you risked your life for us.
Separated or need to break camp fast, remember. Find the river.
Gods, it seems we might actually make it to the city now. Hope the neighbors are a bit more...
Yes, Monk? Check twice myself.
Better be sure.
We did it.
Every last copper piece to get started in Baldur's Gate.
Yes.
So it's true. You scattered the goblins. Peace can finally return to this corner of the Sword Coast. As am I. And I'm sure those Of course. May you keep back.
I thought I had been a good teacher to you. Clearly not.
Don't draw any attention.
They blinded you to truth. Outsiders bring only chaos.
And what have you? Harmony? Balance?
The druids will not stand by while you abscond with their idol. Your next move will decide your fate. You are forgiven.
Don't touch me.
No time to rest.
Careful, I bite.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Someone there?
You deserve to be banished.
Then banish me. When the coming army marches, there will be none to protect you. And the Outlanders, what of them?
They are our guests until they wish to leave. As I said the day they arrived.
They blinded you to truth. Outside.
Times and getting darker.
A little souvenir.
The druids will not stand by. You are forgiven.
I know you stopped the goblins, but I can't stop looking over my shoulder. It makes it hard to sleep.
You imperiled the grove. How dare you even look me in the eye?
I did what I had to. A pity you don't see that.
I thought I had been a good teacher to you. You took it upon yourself to undertake the rite of thorns? To spill blood in this sacred place? It would have been easier if you just died, Korga. Now I have to hear your excuses instead.
I owe you nothing. Goblins swarmed us like roaches while you stumbled after the past. You chose to abandon us. I chose to protect us.
Silence! The rite has been ended. I was going to show leniency. But Korga, a child is dead because of you.
A thief is dead. She stole the idol, befouled the grove.
Enough! If anyone befouled this place, it is you. By sowing division, hatred, death. As for the idol, it's nothing compared to a life. A mere object next to one of nature's creations. You show no pity, no remorse. I cannot absolve you. Nature will determine your fate. Whatever happens to you next, know that it is the Oak Father's will. Now get out of my sight. There is nothing more to be said. Apologies for that ugliness. A more bitter homecoming than I would have wished, but at least the grove stands. Thanks to you. The grove stands. Nature speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts. The journey to Moonrise Towers, and all the dangers that entails. But that's tomorrow's problem. Take some time for yourself tonight. Rest, celebrate. Come morning, I'll be by your side.
Then banish me. When the coming army marches, there will be none.
I know you stopped the gob. Makes it hard.
You done it. You brought Halcyon back. Thank you. No, thanks is not enough. May Sylvanus bless you for all your days. I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task. Fair enough. I should not have underestimated you. Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Take this rune. You'll need it. Place it among the pedestals inside our library. When the wolf glows brightest, everything in the vault below will be yours.
hear the goblin leaders met their ends.
I'm seeing goblins in every shadow.
What's that smell? Sulfur? Bizarre.
I buried my daughter because of you! I'm going nowhere. Your daughter roused the nest. Did you expect the Viper not to strike? I will bear no more accusations. Leave me!
Tell me, how's the wine?
The wine? What did you... I want you to feel small. I want you to feel helpless, just like her. Her name was Arabella. Picture her, how scared she was. And no, this will hurt. Murdered my daughter! You make a good point. Remember this moment. Remember Arabella's cold, dead body and live with the blood of an innocent child on your hands. Ugh! Let's go, before I change my mind.
That was a hard thing to do.
Here's hoping I don't regret it.
I'm fine.
Would you look at this place? All these people, happy because of us. It's nice to be somewhere where good is still possible. And with good potations, too. Not so much. You spend the whole time avoiding swords and schemes. Plus, people just get nastier as the night wears on. I tried to make friends at first. Learned my lesson fast. Better to keep to yourself in hell. Fuck yes! I'm celebrating my freedom, and our friendship, and these folks' bright future besides. All I need now is a fire-retardant lover to get lost in till sunrise.
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for? Your words, not mine. But not what I mean. I mean, desperate people. Like those refugees. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd. Something like that. I was taught to reject anything that distracted from Shah. But there'll be time for penance later.
Shadowheart trails off and glances around at the party. She turns back to you, mildly surprised you're still there.
I thought you might have wanted to mingle with the others. That's so. I won't pretend I'm not surprised. We haven't always seen eye to eye, after all. Besides, I'm sure there's plenty of people who'll be keen to celebrate most thoroughly with you. Maybe you would, but I'm not cruel enough to get your hopes up, in spite of what some might believe. I have no idea what you mean. Now on you go, and happy hunting. For now. Don't worry. There'll be plenty of fun for you tonight. Just not in my tent. What, some advice on how to make me more bearable? All right, if you like. I'm not half as mysterious as you might think. Respect my privacy, my beliefs. Keep us focused on finding a cure. If you do that, well, I see no reason why we shouldn't get closer. Enough about me. I saw Lady...
Thank you for intervening with Korga. Don't know if she deserved the mercy, but I hope something good comes of it.
I'm torn between thanking you and telling you to bugger off. But I will say this. I'm grateful not to have blood on my hands.
Look at them all. Guzzling poison like we've the right to be happy. Perhaps it'll make the evening more...
Think of it. No more caves, no more tents, no more running away. We'll be in a city with roads and markets and homes.
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here, I hate it. This is awful. Enjoy myself? There's a worm in my brain. I'm surrounded by idiots, and all I've got to drink is wine that tastes like vinegar.
It's a heavy, rich red, dry and sharp.
See what I mean? Awful. All I want is a little fun. Is that so much to ask? By the hells. Sex, my dear. A night of passion. Not with you, just to be clear. I mean, can you imagine? Ugh, no. Anyway, don't let me keep you. I'm sure you have someone else to sniff around.
And fried them all with a thunder wave.
But that's not what happened.
Live a little.
I have seen the Kithraki tear a screaming Neogi's legs from its belly to fashion into blades. Yet they could not match your nerve today. It was enough to drive me to madness. I smell their blood on you still. I smell your sweat. I mean to taste it. You know the fortune of my company. Another fortune yet stands before you. A warrior's flesh, rarely tasted. Think if you must. The chance will pass come light of day.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
You came through for us. That's a change from most adults I know. I don't owe anyone. But if you mind your manners, maybe I'll remember you when I'm running the gate.
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired. Thinking of writing my next song about you. But I need an angle. Any ideas? One raunchy ballad coming up.
Aha, there you are. Come now, settle in. I do hope you have partaken of something bracing. This may well take us all night. Why, you're naming, quite obviously. That ballad was but a crude preview, a frame without its crowning jewel. Your nom de guerre. Something iconic, but not too much of a mouthful. We don't want to exclude the common folk, after all. I intend this tale to enrapture all. Far too much? This is the very problem. If you could set aside your many triumphs, carry out one defining act, not to belittle your achievements to date, of course, but besting a dragon, a giant, a god, perhaps? I must deliberate. Go. Enjoy your evening. I shall have work for you in the days to come.
Thank you.
I'm glad you sought me out. Amidst all this merriment, I wasn't sure we'd have a chance to speak this evening. Were our bond a little stronger, I might even have shared a moment of magic with you. Alas, our fledgling acquaintanceship has not yet taken flight. Such intimacy will have to wait. Another night, perhaps.
Maybe we should forget the city. Live out here, under the stars.
It's a bed and a roof for me.
Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection?
This party's a bit more... Sherry! That's infernal for cheers. Or possibly turnip.
I need to dance! No. No, I need to lie down. Hope you're enjoying the night, hero. I certainly am. Cheers to many more like this.
How about two tiefling queens, frightful and fierce? Your song was coming along. Then...
Ah, hells. I was hoping you wouldn't notice I was gone. Oh, the blade doesn't sulk. I was just reflecting on what has happened and not wanting to be Mr. Serious at a celebration. I know how to have fun. I have lots of fun every day. Saving the people of the Grove was all the satisfaction I could ask. I don't need a party on top of that. In truth, I don't feel in a festive mood, and I didn't want to cast a grey cloud over the night. These people are still in danger. 1,000 perils will still threaten them. They aren't ready to get on the road on their own. Your words cheer me more than any party could. But, off with you. This is your day. Have a dance. Enjoy the music. "12 impossible deeds every day before the sun reaches its apex. That's the way of the blade. Some time alone beneath the stars, and I'll be back to my old self. Promise. Still, it's a night to remember. You've made sure of that."
There's always work for a guard. You?
Go on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll discuss your problem tomorrow. We'll have time to spare for that, I sense. I'm surprised you haven't had your fill of me already. Go on, enjoy.
Go on. The others will kill me if I keep you all to myself.
Are you weaving, or is it me?
Cheers to you, soldier. Cheers to...
You have given in. Yes. When you lie down for the night, and I will take what is mine. Soon.
You're handsome.
You're drunk.
I am. Come on, Alfie, make it spicy.
Buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk.
Though you seek repose, you needn't spend the night alone.
There is one who yearns for you in the dark. Who will you seek? Your heart skips a beat. What treasures might this night bestow?
Gith train relentlessly. We know our bodies inside and out. Let me show you. Close your eyes and submit.
pause, and then the flicker of a tongue across your neck.
Open. Taste. Good. Lower.
You awake in pain. Your back, your hands, even your tongue ache.
It's time to rise. Dawn is upon us. You do look peaked. Very well. Take your moment. Next, we seek purification. I might even lay you again, should my whims so take me. But do not deceive yourself. Our bond runs no deeper. Up now.
Every breath, every blink proves exhausting. A long day.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger.
We get a cure, and the chance to hit these arseholes where they live. Sounds good.
To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls. By all means, pursue any leads you may have. But I sense all roads will lead to Moonrise. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the Shadow Curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers. Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse. You'll need to pick it up where Aradin left off. Find the hidden entrance. It's somewhere in the Temple of Selûne. Anything is preferable to risking the Shadow Curse. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned. Unfinished business, and a lifetime of regret to repair. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. I spent years researching the curse, trying to put an end to it. Nothing has worked. Yet. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse. Same as you may find a cure for your infection. I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. A bird's already been dispatched to summon her. I need her to stay focused on her training. The Grove will need a skilled healer in my absence. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown... This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence. Indeed, we quite...
Hey, soldier. The year, 10 Air. The place, sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlach, a knock-kneed delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. Well, to war. I learned quick how 10 years of that. The stories I could tell. I'll mete out the best ones bit by bit, so you always have a reason to keep me around. Clever, right? Depends on the type. Ice Devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about? Guy named Gortash. Politician. Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job. A good job. With people I liked. Doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again. Well now, maybe I could make his acquaintance. A Titan screw or two might let me keep a little calmer. Maybe even manage a pat or bump without burning someone to death. It's been a long time. First things first, I need to get this engine tuned up. Thing's powerful, but it's been feeling volatile ever since I left the Hells. Can't be too hard to find an infernal mechanic round here, right? Gives me energy. Power. But if I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close. agonizing. Gods, what I wouldn't give for a hug. A pat, anything. You've never met anyone so desperate for a hug as this one right here. Pathetic, perhaps, but true. It's my lot to bear, and I bear it badly. Ah, well, can't have it all, can you? Not today, at least.